Good morning. Welcome to my sacred space. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. And actually, you can see that the candle's already lit. This is my third take. Normally, I take, do the little card reading that I do for you guys, and I do really love doing it for you every day. I love it. Um, but normally, I'll do it and then I'll uh, post it. I don't edit it. I don't look at it. I know I'm going to embarrass myself sometimes. I just go with it because I know that's just how it's going to be. Um, I do have a little guideline script that I try to go by. But anyway, what happened is for some reason the video I did is corrupt, um, and it won't let me post. So I'm starting over. Um, I wanted to let you guys know about all the many ways to connect with me. One of my good keen, I do work with keen sometimes, and it's always a pleasure when someone from my keen finds me um, and subscribes, which is what happened yesterday. So shout out to you. I'll just say your first initial M um, for joining us, and thank you for coming back today. Um, and what else? What else would I like to tell you before we get started? I guess connect with me. My intention when I started doing these, it was to bring hope into the world. But gosh, you guys, today, oh, if you look at your Facebook, and I don't know, it may not be the same for you guys, but I have a lot of friends with children. I have a lot of teacher friends. I have teacher friends with children. I have teacher friends with autoimmune diseases. I have teacher friends with family at home with autoimmune diseases. Um, they're scared. Our COVID numbers in Texas are just skyrocketing, exploding. And we are required, those of us who have kids or are teachers, to go back to school. Mm. They couldn't even figure out how to get our classes lower than 32 and 33 when I was teaching. I have a hard time thinking that it's going to be easy to figure out how to get kids in a class 6 feet apart wearing masks and all that. But anyway, that's not either here or there. I'm going off on a tangent. There's a lot of worry and upset. That's what I was trying to get at. There's a lot of stuff going on that is very upsetting. And I don't know how much hope I can bring to that situation, except that it's not here yet. We're not at school getting infected right now. So be here now. I am going to read a Mr. Rogers quote um, and also say that you are my friends and you're special to me. There is no other one like you, my friend. I like you. So that's not the Mr. Rogers quote. I can see my camera is wiggling all over the place, but I will do the Mr. Rogers quote right now, and it goes like this: Love is not a state of perfect caring, it is an active noun, like struggle. To love someone is to strive to accept that person exactly the way they are, right here and now, and to go on caring even through times that bring us pain. Oof. I will tell you that I feel some shame when I read that because I do know how to love my children like this, but it's very hard for me to um, to love that way and that deeply and that strongly to everybody. Even some of my closest friends, I've had trouble with that. Um, but I'm trying to do better and I am working on it. So instead of feeling guilty about what Mr. Rogers said, I'm going to buck up. I'm going to buck up, little camper, and move along and know that I'll do better next time. This is a chalcopyrite or chalcopyrite. I'm not quite sure. I did look up how to pronounce it. I think it was chalcopyrite. But what it is it's copper ore. And I think it's incredibly beautiful. And then we have this Riverstone. that is just really a great palm stone. I've carried it in my pocket many a time to give me comfort throughout the workday. And then we also have the honey citrine right here. And then last but not least is our tiger eye that is just as gorgeous as can be. Okay, so this is what we have to choose from here. I did the thought of the day. Did I tell you how to connect with me by using my link tree? Like I said, this is my third start. I actually finished it earlier, but for some reason it wasn't able to post, and now I'm repeating myself, so we'll move on. How to do this meditation, that's what's next. Okay. Pick a card. It's a daily pick a card. So go ahead and you can choose by what your favorite topper is, but I do prefer you use your intuition, which to me, just take a deep breath and maybe narrow your eyes a little bit and focus them. See if anything's calling to you or standing out. Most of the time when I'm picking, it's easy for me to just pick one and feel very comfortable about that being the one I picked, unless the reading doesn't resonate with me. Sometimes, like when I'm here in person, I can put my hand over them. And you can even do that with your TV, but the TV has a lot of energy that you'll feel that might intercept. Right now, this candle has energy that's making it difficult for me to feel what I feel, because I'm feeling all this warmth coming from here. If I didn't have this candle up here, I might feel either a chill or some warmth or maybe a tingly feeling, or sometimes it's just a thicker feeling as you're moving towards the cards. There's lots of little telltale signs as to how to pick a card, but another way to do it is just to pick your favorite rock. That's fine. So without further discussion on the matter, we are going to move towards the chalcopyrite, and we are going to read your card. And we saw this card yesterday. I don't know if you did, because I don't know if you picked this card. If this is the second time you've seen this card, this is just saying that it's either continuing on from yesterday and or it is extremely important. So when we're looking at this card, it is the Four of Pentacles. And like I said, we did see him yesterday. I am going to move him up a little closer so you can see the look on his face. There are kind of, we're going to talk about two different things this card could be. One, it could be about telling you to be a little bit more generous, to find that in you. It's really mostly about saving and investing, which is kind of the opposite. I do believe that when I pulled this card, yeah, it was upside down when I pulled this card this morning. That's why I'm talking about the two different meanings. One being maybe you could be a little more generous with the cashola with your friends and loved ones. I don't know, maybe you can't. Also, I have to say it, because when I hear it, I have to say it. This card might mean to some of you that you need to really eat your greens. You need to get some more fiber in you, and you need to eat your greens. So the greens would cleanse. Greens often will clean, especially like parsley and spinach. They clean heavy metals out of your body. Not spinach, I'm sorry. Celery is one. But this card can also, especially when it's upside down, can talk about constipation in a literal sense. So yeah, maybe get some Metamucil. But also, there's another thing that this card can mean when it's drawn upside down, is that maybe you have missed an opportunity in business, or maybe even lost some money. So yesterday it was different. So I don't think, yesterday it had more to do with, I don't remember, but it wasn't the same. It didn't read the same yesterday. It's reading very different today. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the first time you saw that card this week. Okay. If you picked the black shiny river rock, you have this card today. It is the Seven of Swords. There it is up close. I'm going to put it back on its little stand here so you can look at it while I talk about it. Well, first of all, swords. One of the things I think of when I first see this card is, see all the clouds behind him? I think of swords as little troubles, as lots of little troubles. He's leaving some of his troubles behind, but most of them he's carrying with him, and all those clouds around his head, his mind is racing about all the stuff that needs to get done and about all those troubles. Um, this card too was upside down, which basically just says, you know, open your mind, open your heart, listen to the advice people are giving around you, and that may help you with these troubles that you're experiencing. And this day and time and the way things are going, I can't just tell you to turn it off because I don't know that you can. Of course, meditation and prayer and that kind of thing can help. However, I do know sometimes when especially with just praying, sometimes it just gets my mind racing even more. So what do you do? Tell me what kind of comfort things that you do when you're feeling troubled. Reading a book, actually working on the troubles, if it's something that you can do. Um, do all the little things that you do to comfort yourself and to work through. Um, I don't have a lot for you today. Let's see if I can think of anything else that can come up from this card. You may have a fight with somebody today, a quarrel. That's okay. It's okay to have fights even with your good friends. It's better to bring things up now than to leave them and not talk about them. Not talking about things can cause even more problems, especially if you let years go by. Here we go. We have the Ace of Cups, which is a card about new beginnings. This particular card and this particular deck really is talking about spiritual new beginnings, because we have this dove and the cross and the holy chalice being held by a hand of divinity. We have the water that is, I don't know if it's coming up and into the cup. I kind of get the feeling that's what it's doing rather than coming out of the cup and down into the water. You're more being fed like a fountain. And what are you being fed with? You're being fed with love. New start, new beginning, especially when it comes to love. We're not just talking romantic love, although we could very well be. It's definitely a starting point. It may be a relief in health. You may have been ill and you're feeling better. But all in all, this card, even though it was drawn upside down, is a really good and positive card, especially when it comes to how you're feeling in your life today and in the place that you are in. It's a good thing. If you don't feel it, try to feel it today, because that's your card. Feel the love. Feel the plenitude that you have of your cup runneth over. Feel the abundance. And we'll turn over the tiger eye. And also, this card, when I drew it, was upside down, which means it was inverted. It's also an ace, so it also speaks to us about starting over. And again, we have this divine hand. I know it's divine only because it's huge and coming out of the clouds. It's also like a magic wand. You can use, oftentimes, the rods are depicted as wands. It even says that up here on the top of the card. It's very much a go for it kind of card. Move forward. Move towards that new direction. Go for it. Feel the passion behind the drive. Also, what? Also what? Find your balance. It should be an easy time to find your balance. With this card today, I would say moving forward in a new direction would be very beneficial for you. If you're happy with the way you're going and you don't want to change and you feel good about it and passionate about it, then you already are going in the right direction. And now we've come to the end. I really hope that this video will make it and is not, I don't have to do it again. Um, but, but I am looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And thank you very much, especially for my new subscriber. I don't know if I mentioned you because I've done this video a couple of times now, and I have mentioned you. First initial M. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for finding me from my Keen profile and coming here. It's a real honor and pleasure to do this for each of you. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.